very good morning to my lecturer and everyone watching. My name is Adriel Lorenzo, and today I'll be presenting the topic adjective, which is given to our group. So I'll go by the definition of adjective first. What is adjective? So it is basically a word that we use to describe the quality and the state of being of a noun. And the noun can be anything from living things to non-living things. So to give you an example, we use adjectives such as happy, sad, excited, disappointed to describe the state of being or the emotion of a person at a given moment or event. So adjective doesn't just describe qualities of nouns. It doesn't just describe the state of being of nouns, but it also describes the quantity of a noun. For example, the word many, few, and millions. These are adjectives that we use to describe the quantity of nouns. To give you an example, there are many children playing at the park. There are few children playing at the park. So this the word many and few describes the number of children that was at the park. Alright, not specifically, but you get the idea. So adjective are words that describes and modifies nouns, but it doesn't modifies verb, adverbs, or other adjectives. So I'll give a few examples of mine. Ali was looking very sad for the past few weeks due to her mother's death. So the word sad describes Ali's emotion on her mother's death that occurs a few weeks prior, right? So to give you more example, how could someone leave these cute kittens near the trash can? So the word cute describes how the kittens look, right? So Melissa looks really pretty in that blue dress. The word pretty describes how Melissa looks in her new dress. Instead of modifying nouns, adjective can also be used as a complement in the link to verb or verb to be. A linking verb is a verb like to feel, to seem, or to taste that describe the state of being or a sensory experience. For example, the dog seems very sad. The car is going really fast above the speed limit. The use of adjectives. It is used to tell the reader how much or how many of something that you are trying to describe. For example, kindly put the 5 Red Bull back in the basket. So 5 and red describes and modify the noun balls, right? Usually when adjectives are used together in a sentence, we use comma and conjunction to separate these two. So in a situation where you have to use a comma, I'll give an example, such as Adam is a very handsome, comma, kind-hearted boy. Alright, so this is a situation where you use comma to separate the two adjectives, which are handsome and kind-hearted. So in a situation where you use conjunction, which is more widely used, Adam is handsome and is also a kind-hearted boy. So we use the word and to separate the adjective this time.
Hi everyone, my name is Liz Falvia Journalist. I am from the WBL. I'm going to talk about the types of adjectives. What are the types of adjectives? The first one is descriptive adjective. Descriptive adjective is a word which describes nouns and pronouns. Most of the adjectives belong in this type. These adjectives provide information and attribute to the nouns and pronouns they modify or describe. Descriptive adjectives are also called qualitative adjectives. Participles are also included in this type of adjective when they modify a noun. For examples, I have a fast car. The word fast is describing an attribute of the car. And the second example is I am hungry. The word hungry is providing information about the subject. The second adjective is quantitative adjective. Quantitative adjective provides information about the quantity of nouns or pronouns. This type belongs to the question category of how much and how many. For examples, I have $20 in my wallet. $20 showed by how much is it. Next example is they have 3 children. 3 children show how many is it. The third one is demonstrative adjective. Demonstrative adjective directly refers to something or someone. Demonstrative adjectives include the words this, that, this, and those. A demonstrative pronoun works alone and does not precede a noun. But a demonstrative adjective always comes before the word it modifies. For examples, that building is so gorgeously decorated. That refers to a singular noun far from the usual place you are at. The next example is this car is mine. This refers to a singular noun which is close to the place that you are at. And the third one is this. These cats are cute. This, which spelled THESE, is refers to a plural noun and close to a usual place that you are at. Lastly, those. For example, those flowers are heavenly. Those refers to a plural noun and it's usually far from a place you are at.
Hello, my name is Lisalda Journalist. I'm from DHM WBL. I will be continue the types of adjective. So this is the fourth types of adjective, which is interrogative adjective. So an interrogative adjective must be followed by a noun or pronoun. Interrogative adjectives are which, what, and whose. These words will not be considered as adjective if a noun does not follow right after them. Whose also belongs to the possessive adjective type. For example of interrogative adjective is which phone do you use? The second one is what game do you want to play? And the third one is whose car is this? Okay, so the next type of adjective is distributive adjective. So distributive adjectives are normally used with a singular nouns. They include each, every, either, and neither, and are used to refer to a member of groups as individuals. For example, the sentence is the group received informational brochures before beginning its tour. So this sentence does not specify whether all the group's members receive the brochures. So rather, this is conveyed by the sentence, each member of the group received an informational brochure before the tour began. So the use of each no longer makes sense, as each refers to a group in the first sentence. Since the subject of the second sentence is each member of the group, a more personal pronoun, such as her or his, or a construction of that uses no pronoun at all, such as before the tour began, is correct. So, in most cases, every and each are interchangeable as far as the meaning goes, though they require slightly different constructions. For example, every book in the series had a foreword by a noted scholar. The second example, every participant was asked to complete the survey. It would never be appropriate to use every of the, as in every of the participants, which is wrong. Every is only used with singular nouns. The primary difference between every and each is the degree to which they emphasize the individual versus the group, while every suggests all and each suggests everyone. The difference is subtle and intuitive. So for either implies one of the other of two options, as in, either of these movies would be interesting to me, and the second one is, either title is age appropriate, but I suggest the former. So the options need not necessarily be mutually exclusive, but it is presumed when either is used that only one option will be selected. However, you might find while in restaurant, for instance, that you can't decide what to order because either of the food on the menu looked good, and so you ordered both. So for neither implies not one or the other of two options, as in, neither pen will do, as I need to sign in pencil. And the second one is, neither person in the relationship seems to understand the dilemma, while suggesting the separate identities of two things, which is the pens and the people. Neither negates the viability of both.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurshakir Akmal binti Minhat. I'm from Dash WBL. Today I want to present about adjective. My part, I have a 4. First is a comparative, comparing, positive and superlative. First, I will talk about the comparative. Comparative is the when two object or person are being compared. The comparative form of the adjective is used. This comparative can be formed in the two ways. First is adding the er. Second is adding the word most before the adjective. Next is about the comparing. From comparing adjective as well as serving as modifying words, like beautiful and big adjective are also used, they indicating the position. On a scale of a comparison, the lowest point of the scale is known as the superlative form. When comparing two things, the word that is a position between the adjective and the thing being a compare. The last is the positive form. Okay, the positive form is used the case when there is a difference between the two compared thing or the person. From the positive, we use the word as before and after the positive from the adjective.